Okay. Pop out dashboard. Button clicking. Okay. Interesting. Not what I needed. How do I know if you can hear? Oh. Okay. Share screen. Share. End. Edit. Buttons everywhere. Okay. Playlist. No. We're not going to add it to a playlist. This stream contains paid. No. No, nothing is altered. It is actually me. Automatic. Oh, whatever's cool. English. Cool. I guess we'll just save that. Yeah. So I guess I'm live. I don't really know what that means. And this is what you're gonna see. Hopefully you can hear me all right. I have a band-aid right here because I keep scratching at this. I think it was a pimple. I don't really know what it was. But I keep messing with it, so I put a band-aid over it to stop messing with it. Anyway, so I have like a list of life update things that I want to go over. Because Zach Bryan Band has been super busy with work, and I wanted to see what this was like. Yeah. So I don't know what the quality of this video is going to turn out to be, or if you can hear me all right, or if I need to speak louder. I don't really know. I won't know until it's done, I guess. I guess I could end it now and check. But it's not going to be edited or anything. It's just going to be me talking about some updates. And yeah, just because Zach Bryan Band has some other videos that he needs to edit. So I'm going to let him do that before I send any more. Plus, he's been busy with work. Apparently, it's been crazy. So responsibilities first, I guess. So yeah, I'm just going to answer some questions that I've collected and talk a little bit about some life updates. There's not really going to be much going on in the video, so I don't know, you can just play it in the background sort of thing. Listen to it like a podcast. I don't know. There's not really much watching things. I don't really know how this works. So, yeah. I don't know if I'm allowed to. I think I can play music. Well, we'll test it out and see what happens. I'm not going to play loud, though, because it's more just for background to have something for me to listen to. I don't want it to be the main character. Main character energy. New word I learned because I teach slang now. That was ridiculous. We'll get to that, maybe, if I remember. So, yeah. Update. I don't know how long this video is going to be, or what I'm going to be talking about, really. Just a bunch of stuff. And I grabbed the wrong one, didn't I? Yes, I did. Dang it. I'll be right back. All right, now I've got the right one of all of my things that I was going to talk about. So yeah, I don't know. I think I actually don't even know how long I've been here. Here's my drink for right now. Got this at a place nearby. It's called Strawberry Aid, basically, in English. Or that's how you would say it in English. How you would say it in Korean is Dalgi Aid. Aid. Dalgi strawberry. Yeah, so it's just kind of like sparkling strawberry juice. It's my first time having the strawberry one. I usually get the melon one. It's my favorite. Or the plum. Plum. I usually get plum. That one's my favorite. It's not bad. I don't really like sparkling stuff though. So, but it gets really confusing with the lemonade because lemonade is not lemonade. They don't have lemonade really. They have lemonade, which is just a sparkling lemon drink, not American lemonade as we all know it. In America. So yeah, drink of choice. It's pretty good. I got a bunch of desserts there yesterday. They didn't give me one because they didn't have it in stock. They tried to call me to say they didn't have it in stock. However, I'm not that fluent in Korean, so I did not answer the phone because I was not confident. Even though I'm pretty sure I already knew that's what they were going to tell me. Because why are you calling me after I just ordered something? If it's not to tell me you don't have it. And I had no idea what I wanted to replace. So I was just like, they'll figure it out. So they gave me a little note saying, sorry, we didn't have that item. Here's some chocolate pretzels and your money back. So it was very sweet of them to do that. And I have some cookies from them too. They're like brownie cookies. Might eat those later. I haven't really been feeling good today or yesterday or this past week. So I guess we'll get to that. Wow, it's already been 7 minutes. Can my laptop last this long? Oh well, we'll just figure it out. So I have been in Korea. How many days have I been in Korea? Countdown. Really good. I'm in camaraderie. App's not loading. 96 days. I've been here for 96 days in this country. I arrived 96 days ago. So I'd say about 3 months I've been teaching. And I've been living here in this place. I want to say 3 months. About, give or take. Actually, I think exactly 3 months today. Wait a second, really? Wow. Okay. No. Tomorrow, the 26th, I'll have been here for 3 months exactly. That's kind of weird. I didn't plan that. How crazy. Anyway, 3 months. 3 month update. I have been to Seoul once. I have been to Busan once. So those are 2 major cities in South Korea. That's about the extent of my traveling. I did go to Gyeongju with the province epic teacher people. So I'm in Gyeongbuk province, and the other guest English speakers were guest English speakers because we're guests of Korea. We had a trip to Gyeongju, and yeah, that was, I guess, the other place that I traveled to. Haven't really been many places because I'm still trying to figure out where I live. I definitely loved Busan though. I will be going back hopefully soon because it was really, really fun. And I love the beach. I forgot how much I love the beach. I'm starting to decorate my place more. It's getting more home-like. I'm cleaning up more. I have like a recycling system. I'm getting rid of the old guy's stuff because he left everything, and I'm finally getting a chance to get rid of it all. I have 2 closets now in my room because one was not enough, so I got another one. Yeah, I'm starting to settle in, I guess, a little bit. I'm starting to figure out the bus system, but every time I start to figure out the bus system, I get confused again. So I'm not really sure if I figured it out or if I'm just getting lucky. Because at the bus stops, they have a a timetable of when the bus leaves the bus terminal. Not what time the bus gets to that bus stop. Not the time that the bus gets to the bus stop. The time that the bus leaves the bus terminal, the main one in the city. So I have to know that and then time it from when it leaves to the bus stop to figure out when it will arrive to the bus stop, like the distance. It's like a math problem I have to solve every single time. Because sometimes it's not accurate on the maps, which I'm not really sure I understand why. If it's supposed to be the same consistently, it's a consistent schedule. They don't usually deviate. It's not like they leave 30 minutes later on one day. So yeah, I'm not sure exactly how it works on the maps thing. But I know my usual buses, and I'm starting to remember when I need to take the bus. I also don't need to have the map up on when I need to get off the bus, which is pretty nice. I know when to get off the bus now. So yeah. I don't know where to start. Seoul was fun. It sounds terrible to say because I just, Seoul is big, but it's so much bigger than I expected because South Korea is so small in the country. So I didn't expect the big city to actually feel like New York City. It kind of felt bigger, honestly. Everything just felt larger. It was a really different experience from my small town that I live in. And it was very chaotic and stressful weekend, but it was fun and it was good to explore and I had a good time. But I will be going back to do other things because there were things that I wanted to do that I didn't get to do that weekend. And then Busan was really nice as well. While it did rain during the hike that we went on, honestly, I loved it. It was still really nice. And we went to like this Spa Land place that's in the world's largest mall. And that was really cool to experience. I mean, it was kind of touristy, but it was still pretty fun. And what was the other thing? Oh, we went on the Sky Capsule. It's like a ride, Blue Line Park or something, and it's like a 30-minute ride. I do wish it was longer, like maybe 45 minutes or 45 minutes. If I had another 15 minutes, I'm just greedy. That's all. 30 minutes was too short because it's only you buy one ticket and it's only one way. It's not like you can do 30 minutes back. You would have to buy another ticket to come back. But it was really nice to just 4 people can sit in this little train thing and just ride along the coast. It was so cool. And you bring snacks. I mean, it's only 30 minutes, so you can't really do too much. But you could like throw a little party in there. They had like a little speaker thing that you could put your phone in and play music while you're riding along the coast. It was really cool. I just wish it was a bit longer. And yeah, and the beach was just really nice. Oh, I loved laying on the sand and on the beach. It was really nice. So Busan was cool. I'll definitely be going back there probably before I go back to Seoul. Also because it's closer. It's only like about an hour 15 ride by KTX. I mean, I'm sure it takes longer if I take regular transportation, but KTX is the fastest one, so it only takes an hour 15, whereas Seoul is more like 3 hours something. Bit longer. Not too much longer. Still do that pretty quickly. So yeah. Things that I've been up to. Teaching. I'm starting to understand somewhat the school system. Not really exactly. It's a bit different. And nothing's set in stone. That's what it is. Nothing's set in stone. So I have my classes, but my class could be change and get canceled or rescheduled if another teacher needs my time slot for teaching. Only in emergencies, obviously. It's not like we flip around classes all the time. It's just like emergency cases. But it is really strange to experience that with the lack of communication. But it's like they don't even know. It's so strange that no one communicates. I mean, it's not strange because no one communicates anywhere around the world, really, it feels like. But it was especially, like, it just... Oh, okay. Here's an example. Sports day is a day where the students... It's like a field day in America, I guess. Or a sports day where they play soccer and badminton. They were doing jump rope. My main middle school did tug of war. I think there was basketball at one of my other schools. We had this fun survivor game at two of my schools. I didn't get to participate in only one of my schools I got to participate in their sports day. And I was wondering if I had to teach that day. Like, am I going to have to teach, or is this like an all-day thing? Because I've never experienced a sports day before. So I don't know what it's like. And she was telling me she thinks that I might have to teach in the afternoon. But other people are like, no, you're not going to have to teach that day. So I don't even know if I need to prepare anything for this day or not. Turns out I do not. Because you do not teach on sports day. It's a day full of activities. We played a survivor game in the morning, and then in the afternoon, they did jump roping competition and a badminton competition. It was really fun. Survivor games like laser tag, basically. It was so cool. I wish I could share those things, but because it involves my students' pictures and privacy laws, I can't post that stuff. But it was really fun because I could participate. Like, I put on a laser vest thing. I had a little machine gun type thing, and we played laser tag basically outside. And yeah, it was pretty fun. I enjoyed it. My face was red, and everyone was so shocked at how red my face got. I'm used to it though. And then, what was the other one? Oh, for Parents' Day, my Friday school had an event where they made black baskets. I still have the basket. It's right here. It's filled with another flower now, but it had like a little flower arrangement that I made because all the students got together in one classroom and we all made flower baskets for our parents. I got to participate, even though I can't really send it back home to my parents. I just took it home and took a picture and sent it to them. But I didn't find out about it until the day that I went to school that day. And then as we were experiencing it, like going through everything, I don't start teaching my classes until 11. School starts, I get there around 8:30. I get there around 8:30. My first class starts at 11. It's like 10:30 and we're not even started with the baskets yet. And the teacher comes to me, my co-teacher comes to me, and it's like, we're probably not going to have the first class, and the second class might be late. I don't know yet. I was like, I think I could have figured that out. It's 10:30. We haven't even started the flower making part yet, and I doubt we're going to finish it in 30 minutes. So yeah, I also think the first class is canceled. Thank you for telling me. I appreciate the communication, because the lack of communication is insane. But it's like the teachers don't even know when things are going to be done or ready or happen to communicate with me about what's going on. It's really last minute. Everything's really last minute. But you have to be ready and on your toes. And anything could change at any moment. It's so stressful. I am such a planner, so it's so stressful. So it's a very big adjustment on getting in a schedule for day-by-day cases, because I can't really plan ahead more than a day yet. I try to do a week, but even that can change. There was one class last week, 2 weeks ago, I don't remember. One class just showed up during one of my free time classes. Like, I don't have a class during that time, and students started to show up in the class. And I was like, what are we doing right now? Oh, we have class. Excuse me? No, we don't. What are you talking about? I don't have class with anybody right now. If this was Thursday, maybe, but it's not. It's a Tuesday, so I don't have class. It's free time for me. And they're like, no, we have a class. They switched the schedule around, and now you have class. Cool. Good to know. As soon as the class is starting. Didn't know that I would have a class at this time. You guys are lucky. I am prepared, because that would have been terrible if I wasn't. But things just change so randomly. It's not random. I know there's a reason behind things. I just don't know the reasons because no one communicates. It's like I don't know if no one feels the need to tell me, or if they don't because they forget about me, because I'm easily forgettable. I'm only at the school once a week. So obviously I'm not in your face every single day. Easy to forget about the English teacher. No big deal. I don't take it personal. It's not like it's just not on the forefront. It's not in front of them. Therefore, they don't remember. And even when it is in front of them, when I am right there, they forget to tell me because it's not what we're talking about. I don't know. It's strange. I don't like the strawberry aid. Strawberry in that ciderness, sparklingness is not my favorite. Much better with the plum, in my opinion. It's fine. I'll deal with it. So yeah. What were we? What was I just saying? School's very fluid, non-strict schedules. Also, my after-school class, I found out that it's like not a requirement for them to show up. So why'd they sign up? I don't know. That was really strange when I found that out. But for my after-school class, I did the most unqualified thing that I'm ever unqualified to do. First off, the qualifications for teaching. I've never taught before, so this is my first time doing this. So already the qualifications for teaching aren't there. Really. I mean, I have the certification. I do have the qualifications. I just don't have the experience. That's what it is. So yeah. So what I do with these after-school kids, I taught them American slang. I don't know if you guys know this. I'm 32 years old. So me teaching American slang of the youth now, I had no idea what I was saying. I don't even use the slang that my generation uses, really. I mean, I do it sometimes, but I don't usually use slang too often. So when I was teaching them the slang that the kids of their generation uses, which I think they're Gen Z, it was hilarious, honestly, because they're like, what does that mean? I'm like, honestly, I can't tell you. I mean, I know what it means because I looked it up, but where did it come from or how does it get used? Your guess is as good as mine, you guys. But it was fun to learn anyway. They thought it was hilarious. So yeah, but it's not a requirement for them to show up. Now we're going to do a PowerPoint party. They spent last week, Tuesday and Thursday, preparing a PowerPoint party, and I'll meet them on Thursday and we'll do a PowerPoint party for my after school class. It's going to be hilarious. I've got 2 of them who have PowerPoints. The other 3 are not going to have PowerPoints, or they might. I might make PowerPoints for them and they'll just read off of their paper. But they just had to create like 8 to 10 sentences about anything that they wanted to talk about. One kid picked Spain. Another one picked Korea. One picked sports. One picked Day 6, a Korean band. And my 5th kid, he picked math. He wanted to talk about math. Can't wait for that one. I love that one. But yeah, it was it's gonna be funny on Thursday when we have this whole presentation. What was I going to talk about next? I was supposed to make a list of everything, but it started getting late. Well, it's not late. It's 2:34 in the afternoon. But I have other things I have to do today, so I wanted to do this first before I started anything else. That way I don't have to worry about it later. Plus, I wanted to do it while most people were asleep. So I didn't have to worry about people showing up. Okay, let's see. After school, I'm starting to actually not bond, but get more comfortable with my students. I mean, I am starting to bond with some of them. I was playing during sports day at my main school, which was on a Friday. I only go on Tuesday and Thursday, so I missed the sports day at my main school. But on the Tuesday before the sports day, the 3rd grader class, well, what is that? 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 7, 8, 9, 9th graders asked for permission in English if they could practice for sports day because it is a competition. And I said, absolutely. Who wants to be teaching English right now? Let's go play some sports. I didn't say it like that, though. Of course. But then you had some people practicing soccer. Some people were practicing badminton. And the rest of them, you can't really practice tug of war or relay racing. So they just sat around a table. And because it's during my class time, I do have to go out and supervise, I guess, be with them. Because it's my class time. I can't just sit in my classroom while they're out on the field. So the ones that were at the picnic table, I was like, all right, well, since you guys aren't practicing for sports day, let's practice our English. And then they all ran away from me. It was hilarious and as predicted. But then another student came and asked if I wanted to practice badminton with them. I was like, sure. Have I ever played badminton before? No, I have not. But I attempted. First time actually playing badminton. I've never actually played. I think I've only watched, if that. I know the concept. You hit the thing with the thing. You hit the shuttle thing with the racket. Do I know the techniques? No. Do I know how to serve it? No. I just hit it. That's all I tried to do. Which I didn't even do that 50% of the time. But I attempted. And then the next day at my Wednesday school, I noticed in the gym a kid was playing basketball. So I entered into the gym, see if it was any good. I was curious. And he passed the ball to me and I started dribbling the ball. I've never really played basketball. I just kind of shoot at the basket if I wanted to. But I never really played with anyone. So we played like one-on-one for a little bit, and then other students came because this was during lunchtime. So other students came during lunchtime, check it out and everything. And we played 4-on-4 by the time all the rest of the students came in. And that was hilarious because I'm the teacher and I'm a female and I'm playing with a bunch of boys, middle schoolers. So they're like trying not to touch me, but also trying to get the ball away from me. It was really funny. And they always kept trying to pass me the ball, but I'm terrible and have never played basketball before, really. And the last time I've touched a basketball was forever ago. So I don't remember how to play or how to shoot a basketball into the basket. But they kept trying to give me a shot to make it, and I just kept failing them, and I felt bad. So I don't remember which team won. I don't think it was mine, though. But it was fun. I am bonding with them. And I did have a test with my first graders, a speaking test with my first graders. I think that really helped warm them up to me, because they all had to come into the room and talk to me one-on-one. So their nervousness about me kind of had to disappear because they were nervous about the test. But I made it really like comfortable and easy environment for them in order to pass, because honestly, the only way they could fail is if they didn't talk in English, which I asked every single one of them, hello, how are you today? So as long as you answered the how are you today question, you passed in some form. But they did have other questions to ask or answer. They pulled out of a cup and had to answer the 2 questions from there. And I graded them on those. But they were like a lot more relieved and comfortable by the end of it. I also, during lunchtime at my main school, one of those days, I walked into the library to check it out, see what their English section looked like. Obviously, very small Harry Potter books. I'm going to see if I can ask for a different English book in the library for them to, if they wanted to read. I don't know if that's something I can do. I'll have to ask. But I walked in and there was like a group 10 of them around a table attempting to read Harry Potter. And when I walked in, they were like, oh, teacher, can you read? So it took us like 20 minutes to interpret 3 lines in the first book of Harry Potter. It was hilarious. And I realized how advanced Harry Potter is to beginner English speakers, because it may start off for 11-year-olds in English speaking countries, but it is not for middle school boys level of English, learning English as a foreign language, because there are just too many words that were just unfamiliar. And then I had to use other words in order to explain it. And sometimes I had to use, if I knew the Korean word, I'd have to use the Korean word to explain it. And it was just 3 lines. 20 minutes took 3 lines. They were significantly less interested by the end of it, but we were all having a good time and laughing anyway, because it was funny just working together like that. So yeah, school is, I'm starting to pick up on what I'm supposed to be doing, which is really just the key phrases, practicing, speaking, and games. It's pretty much my role there. That's it. So as long as I focus on what they're supposed to be saying during the lesson and play a game with them, we've accomplished our goal. My main middle school, actually both of my middle schools, do use stuff out of the book that I go over. But that doesn't, depending on the class, that doesn't usually take too long. Sometimes it takes about 20 minutes. Again, depending on the class. Let's see. Don't call me baby. I went to the dentist here because I know I have a cavity. However, the dentist does not think I have a cavity. They did inform me that I do have teeth decaying back here, but it's not important. We don't need surgery for it. I still really don't really know how I feel about that. That sounds so strange. How are you going to tell me that my teeth are decaying, but it's not important? Like, it's okay. Your teeth are falling apart, but it's fine. Like, you're not severe enough to do anything about yet. Come back later. I have learned that it is a very reactive care. There's no preventative care. So yeah, it was very interesting because I did say I had pain up here where my cavity is because I know I have one. And they took x-rays and checked it out and gave me painkillers. Oh, and that was all less than $10, by the way. $10 US. The dentist visit, the x-rays, the medication, all of it combined. Less than $10. I went to the dentist. They prescribed me, wrote a prescription. I walked down the stairs into the pharmacy, gave them the piece of paper with the prescription. They told me how much it was. I paid for it. There were two pharmacists there. One person took the paper, went back to get the prescription, and the other person took my payment. By the time my payment was done, my prescription was ready with my name printed on it. Like, it wasn't even just like ready. They were ready in individual bags with one in each bag with my name printed on it in Hangul. Wasn't in English. And when I was supposed to take it, I was like, are you even crazy right now? That was way too... In America, it takes like an hour minimum. It could take like a day or two for it to be ready. But it was ready by the time I finished paying. Pulled out my card, paid, and they had it ready in a bag. I was like, I just gave this to you. I mean, it was a painkiller, so they probably had it in the back. But to have my name printed in this bag where it's individually put into bags and everything, I was just amazed. And all of it was less than $10. So, yeah. It was pretty crazy. What else? Dentist. Oh, I started getting rid of some of the stuff that the last person left here. I just give it away for free because I don't know how much things cost, and I'm not trying to deal with money in that sense. It's just I want to get rid of it, so it's just better to get rid of it for free. But I got rid of one of the things, and the person who was taking it gave me like a huge amount of lettuce. I think it was lettuce. I mean, it was a type of lettuce. I don't know what kind of lettuce it was. But she has a farm and everything, and she just this giant bag of lettuce. I was like, what the heck am I supposed to do with all this lettuce? I'm one person. But it was really cool how she was just kind enough to bring me something else in exchange. It was pretty sweet. I did end up giving some to a friend I've made here, other English teachers. And I cooked it last night, what I had left, put in some pasta. So I made like a red sauce pasta dish. Not spaghetti though, because it wasn't spaghetti noodles. It was like penne noodles, I think. With the red sauce, the lettuce concoction that I made, and some meat. Put it all together and had that for dinner. Yeah. Let's see. Cultural differences. I know I had questions. What are my questions? There's a lot of cultural differences I'm starting to really notice on. And not that I didn't know them before, but like I'm starting to find the words as to what is going on. Does that make sense? That did not make sense. Like, there's cultural differences. People like small talk is a big cultural difference, but it's not just small talk, because people have small talk here. I mean, not like they do in America, but the difference is people are more shy here. They're so shy here. They're terrified of me. I'm so toned down, and I was already toned down. Like, I'm not that crazy. I mean, I can be pretty overwhelming sometimes. I know that, but I've really had to tone myself down here, just because they get terrified of me when I get so excited about something, or if I want to talk, and they just don't. They're not ready for it yet. I have to be patient. Not my strongest quality. Anyway, so the small talk thing. I was going over cultural differences in my class, and I was saying how in America you just have small talk with people. It's normal. You just talk to everybody, basically. I mean, there are people who don't, and so there are some people who hate small talk. Obviously, it's America. It's such a big country. So many people. But for like customer service stuff, it's like a part of their job to have small talk. Here, if I'm checking out the grocery store, you're lucky if they say hi or acknowledge me at all. And I know, because I'm a foreigner, it's probably a lot less common for them to actually strike up a conversation with me, because they might not be confident in English, and my Korean's not that great yet. So I can understand why they don't talk to me. But not even an acknowledgement, like not even a hello. I at least know hello. Okay, that's all you need, right? In the elevator, I'm always saying hello first in the elevator. I say hello to the bus driver. I get crazy looks from the bus drivers when I say hello to them. Some of them are pretty nice, like friendly, and like, oh wow, she said hi to me. That's so sweet. But I do get some ugly looks from like, why are you talking to me? From the bus drivers. Not in a mean way. It's just they're not used to it. I'm an American who says hi to everybody, and they aren't used to that. So it throws them off and it scares them, and they're like, what do you want? In like a defensive kind of way. They do talk with like their neighbors and their friends, obviously. It's not like they're antisocial. They just need to get to know you first before they talk to you. And it takes a while for them to get to know you. So yeah, patience. Patience. What else we got? Oh, the security measure. The security measures here are insane. First off, I feel like everything automatically logs you out, whether you log out or not. I really think that's a thing. Actually, no, that can't be true. No matter what I do, I need to remember my password to things, because I feel like after a while it logs me out, or maybe someone is logging me out and I just don't realize it. I don't know, but I feel like I'm always having to log into things. I'm not sure if it's a system thing, or if it's the country, or if it's just a person logging me out because they don't want to use my login. They want to log into their own. Whatever the case is, I need to remember my passwords here. Like obviously when I go to a PC room, I have to remember my passwords, because I don't want to stay logged in at those places. I don't want other people using my account. But to log into my bank account, first off, the login isn't like a normal password. It's like a number password. And there's two, one to log in and one to use the card. So you have your PIN to use the card, and you have your login one. And the numbers on the keypad are all jumbled and mixed up. They're not like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's like 9 could be up here and 3 could be over here, and they're all over the place. So, and it changes every single time you have to log in. So the numbers are never in the same spot. So you have to actually look for the numbers. Yeah. And that's every single time. Obviously, it's your bank account. But even like my bank account has my Face ID. Although they might have that option here. I just don't know how to use it because it's all in Korean. So I might be able, I don't know. Oh, what was I? Yeah, everything being in Korean. I think I surprised my one co-teacher on Friday about my Korean. What were we talking about? Because he was like, oh, the teachers have this system called NICE. It's NIEC. ES? NIES? NIEC? I don't remember. But it's basically like how you look at your paycheck, how you look at your, or if you want to request time off, stuff like that. Any of those things you can do on this website. Do they have an English version? Absolutely not. It's for Korean teachers. So it's going to be in Korean. There's no English version of this website. But I told my teacher on Friday, because I have a main school, which is my Tuesday, Thursday school. So anytime I'm at my Monday, Wednesday, Friday schools, I have to put that in the NICE system to say I'm not going to be at my main school. I'm going to be at one of these travel schools, and they have to approve it, even though it's my schedule, so they know that I'm going to be there. I just have to officially put it in the system. And I do that because I asked, because I want to be helpful and not have to rely on my main co-teacher all the time. She's busy enough with her own schedule, plus what she has to deal with me. So I want to help as much as I can. And it's not that hard once you figure it out. But he was like, you can read it? And I was like, well, I mean, what I need to know right now I can read, but I'm still learning the website. I'm still reading. He's like, oh, like he was, I don't know if he remembers that I told him that I'm learning Korean or what. I don't know. It's interesting. So, yeah. Where was I going with that story? Learning Korean. All the apps and everything. Everything's in Korean. So there might be a Face ID that I could use, but right now I'm entering in I think it's 6-digit code in order to get to my bank accounts. And then I have my 4-digit PIN in order to use the card. But I can only use certain things because my app store is still set to America, and I need to change it over to Korea so I can get Korean apps. But if I get more Korean apps, that means less likely to have English settings on the Korean apps. But it's okay. I have to learn Korean anyway. So more I have to look at it and actually take the time to read it, the easier it'll become. Yeah. It's just I need to plan, because like when I'm ordering food or something, I can't order food hungry, because then taking the time to read it just takes too long. And then it's like 3 hours later and I'm starving and angry, and at that point, not even hungry anymore. Delivery is crazy fast though. Super easy. I try not to order out too much though, just because that's a lot of money to spend. Not really. It's pretty cheap actually. But I don't want all my money to go towards food. I need to save. I still need to save money so I can travel places and do things. And buy groceries, pay my bills, the normal stuff. What else have I done? I have had some interactions with Korean people. Oh, you know what? I did go to a soccer game too. I've been to 2 soccer games now. Soccer matches. I don't know. There's a league, a professional league in the area, and I went to 2 of their games. This last game I went to, students are starting to not recognize me, but they're starting to become brave enough to approach me outside of school, which I am absolutely loving. They were way too scared of me in the beginning to approach me and acknowledge me at all. I'll pass by a student, wave to them, and they'll just keep walking as if they did not see me just wave at them. I'll call them out in class too. Like, I know I saw you. I waved at you. I am starting to recognize my students more too. In the beginning, I feel like I didn't recognize any of them, obviously because I just met them all. But they were all a giant blur. Now I'm able to actually look at them while I'm talking in class because I am more comfortable in the class. So it's just a comfortability level. But I'm starting to recognize more of them outside of the school. And some of them are starting to approach me, even though they don't really say anything right now. They just acknowledge my existence and continue. Some do say hi, which is nice. But honestly, I am just asking for acknowledgement right now. We'll get to the saying hi and having conversations later because I don't want them to be terrified of me because I'm pretty terrifying to these kids. At least that's what it feels like. So yeah, it's been really fun when the students recognize me outside of the classroom, out in the wild. It's like when you see your teachers out in the wild. It's really funny. I see him at the grocery store. I think I saw him at the PC room that one day because I've gone twice now. And then I saw him at the soccer game. I'll see him occasionally. They'll say hi and then keep walking. That's pretty much it. If they say hi. The one at the soccer game didn't even say hi. He just came and then left. It was bare minimum acknowledgement. It was great. I absolutely loved it. My friend that was with me, she was like, did he even say hi? I was like, nope. He did exactly what I asked him to do. Acknowledge that I'm there and then go. That's all I needed them to do. I don't need them to say hi right now. They can do that later. If they want to say hi, they can. But honestly, just approaching me was a huge step for that kid. So I was happy with it. It was funny though. So I love when my students recognize me outside the classroom. Other interactions. Oh, a few. Like when I first got here, I live in the old city right now, and there's a new city that was just built like 10 years ago. It's basically built for new apartment complexes and like people to move there because I live in a rural-like area. So they built the city for people to move in this area. And when I first got here, I checked it out with the other Gimchon teachers. And we went to like this claw machine store. It's not, I mean, it's a store, but it's just a bunch of claw machines in it. And they played some claw machine rounds. I didn't play any, but there was this guy who was, I guess, I don't know if he was waiting for, he was working is what he was doing. He was a delivery driver guy, and I don't know if he was waiting for the order to be ready or waiting for an order to come so he could go pick up an order or whatever. I'm not sure exactly what his job situation he was waiting for, but he was waiting for something. And so to kill time, he went into the claw machine room store. I don't know what it is. It's a store building, like not a dollar store because those are way too big. Like I don't know, it was a really small hallway looking room, but it had a door and it was well lit and there were mirrors everywhere and there was like a bazillion claw machines in the room. No one there, like all, you just walk in, have some fun and leave sort of thing. And he walks in and wins like a prize and gives it to the people that I was with. And it was like the interaction, and we like got so excited, the fact that he gave it to us and everything, and the way he reacted to it, it was just so cute. It was such a cute reaction. And then one of my friends that came with us, she asked if he could win another one, like a specific one from another claw machine. He looked at it and he was like, probably not. That obviously they're strategically placed, and the one that she wanted was not in a good spot to win. So he said probably not. He tried, but it did not. He did not win that one. But it was super cute that he won one and gave it to one of my friends. It was a fun interaction. The other two were not as fun. I have been approached twice now. Once was for money. An older woman and her daughter were asking me for money for indispensable, I think was the word that it translated to, medication. Basically super important medication that some grandmother needed. Whose grandmother? I don't know, because I was pretty sure that she was a grandmother asking for the money. So I wasn't sure if she was asking like for herself or for her grandmother or for her daughters, like her mom, I don't know whose grandmother she was asking for this medicine for, but the woman needed medicine, and her daughter, I'm assuming it was her daughter was with her, was also with her asking for medicine. Obviously I said, no, I'm not giving you money. I don't know you. And I need it. I don't have money to spare. Sorry. So they were walking. This was at night too, so it's not like lit or populated. Not that it's really populated in my city. But there wasn't anyone else around. And I was just kind of like trying to tell them, no, go away. And something on the hairs on the back of my neck or something. My sixth sense, my inner city kicked in is what it was. And I felt not in danger, but I felt something was off. And I turned around, and sure enough, a few moments later, I saw this guy was walking behind us too. I was like, time to get out of here. It's time to get out of here. So I had to redirect my walk home. It was an interesting experience that I don't think it would have gone very far, honestly. I just think they were asking for money. The guy that popped up out of nowhere, he kind of put me on edge, but I redirected myself, and they didn't continue following me or anything, so it was fine. Turned out okay, and they didn't get any money. So, and then that Sunday, I think this all happened within the same week too. That Sunday that happened, I was walking to the library. It was Easter Sunday is when it was. It was Easter Sunday. I was walking to the library to lesson plan. And these two guys approached me asking if I wanted to go to church. And I looked at my attire as if I was dressed for church, I would have gone. But the answer was going to be no anyway. But I was like, I'm not dressed for church right now. I'm dressed to go to the library. I have this giant backpack with all of my stuff in it. Like, I'm not going to church right now. They were like, yeah, Christ and Christianity and come to church. And I was like, no, I'm going to the library. I actually knew that sentence in Korean too. So I was talking to them in Korean, which was good practice, but not how I wanted to practice my Korean. Let's see. I think that's pretty much my interaction. Oh, I had some interactions with people on Carrot. That's the app I use to sell my free stuff. And I had a few people send me messages like, I'm not interested in your stuff, but I would like to have a conversation in English. I was like, I'm not really looking for that right now. I kind of just want to get rid of my stuff. I have a lot on my plate, and talking to people is exhausting. Not in a bad way. It's just I don't have that much energy right now because I'm still focused on lesson planning, learning my Korean, figuring out my surroundings. Not really figuring out my surroundings, just routines and how time management. I need to figure out my time management. That's what I need to do. So yeah. I know there were 2 questions. Oh, when people say things are sweet here, I have a sweet tooth. So I have a higher tolerance for sweet things, but there are just some things that are sweet here that I'm like, why is this sweet? I actually do miss savory foods. They do not have savory food options readily available. Everything is sweet. I forget what I bit into. I ate something a few weeks ago that I was like, why is this sweet? Like, why? Not, I was just, it was so off putting on how sweet it was. Not how sweet it was, but the fact that it was sweet. Everything has sugar in this. I don't know. It's so strange. So I'm trying to find questions. The questions that I asked, like, what was that, a month ago? 2 months ago? Any updates? I think I did it after this. Because I thought I wrote them down because that was the smart thing to do, but I guess I didn't write it down on this one. I must have wrote it down somewhere else. La, da, 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 da. I don't even know if I'm supposed to have music in the background. Hopefully it's not too loud. Oh, recommendations for teachers. Okay, it was somewhere. It was somewhere in that. I asked those questions like right back to back. Insight. Where's my question? What the heck? Because that's all my Busan posts, which I need to get better at posting online. I'm so terrible at it. I'm sorry. Here it is. Yeah, it just takes so long to post things. I'm not good at it to be like, here it is, because I take so many pictures, so I have to look through all the pictures and I have to figure out which ones are good to post, and then I have to create a paragraph of stuff to talk about. I need to figure out how to post better, and maybe I'll make it easier for myself, and then maybe it'll become easier or faster more often. I don't know what the word is I'm trying to look for. That was something else I noticed. Coming here, I realized, do I even know English? I ask that all the time when the questions that I get, I'm just like, do you even know what that is in Korean? Like, that's like me asking you for a very obscure word in Korean that not many Korean people know. I don't know what that word means. Like, I teach you the conversational, basic, everyday usage English. I'm not over here reading the dictionary and know every single word in the English dictionary. So yeah, sometimes they'll like ask me what certain things are, and I'm like, I don't know what that is in English. We'll have to look that up together and figure it out, because who knows? Yeah. Anyway, I totally don't know where that conversation was going. Life updates question. Food culture. I knew there was something about food. Food culture is definitely a lot of sweet. Everything is sweet in some sense. Pizza is sweet. Chips are sweet. They don't have like salt and vinegar. I have sour cream and onion, but I haven't opened them up to know if they taste like sour cream and onion. So yeah, but things are just sweet. That's the normal. There's something else I had here that was sweet. Obviously, like drinks and desserts and stuff are sweet, but okay, thought I had to sneeze. That was probably really attractive. But yeah, food is super sweet over here, and even sweeter for those who don't have a sweet tooth and are used to consuming sugar all the time. However, I will say that everything is not as processed, if processed at all. I mean, I'm sure there's some processed parts, like instant noodles and stuff. There's processed parts, but not as processed to the point where I need to relearn how to grocery shop because my food goes bad too fast before I can get a chance to cook it or make it or eat it. So I need to go to the grocery store more often, basically, just because food goes bad really quickly here. Because of, not as many preservatives and it's not as processed and terrible for you. So, yeah, I do miss savory foods. Actually, you know what I've been craving recently that I miss? I miss Mexican food. Man, do I miss Mexican food. Yeah, Mexican food. That's what I've been missing recently. Okay, sorry. Stray Kids for the win. How's my battery? I guess it's all right. What food, sweetness, pizza has surprise. Corn is surprisingly everywhere. Not surprisingly everywhere, but like when I bit into a pizza that did not say it had corn in it and had corn in it, I was shocked. Like corn's just in things. It's like salt. You just put corn in it. But I do miss Mexican food. Something that I could do without, though. That was the other part, right? Oops, not that one. Adjusting to the food culture. Do you miss anything or could do without forever? I could probably do without the processed stuff now. I feel like if I go back and eat American food and it's all going to be all chemical, gross tasting, it's not going to be as good because the food quality here is everything's so delicious. Yes, everything's sweet, but everything's so good. So good. And I also like sweets, so that helps. Stray Kids concert's over, you guys. They're in Seattle right now. If you don't know, I'm this huge fan of Stray Kids, K-pop group in Korea. And they are now in America, of course. The moment I get here, they fly over to America. So I can't see their concert in America because I'm here in Korea. And they already performed here in Korea. So I'll have to wait until the next round, which hopefully they do a closing tour at the end of the year. That would be nice. I'll attempt that because who knows the next time that I'll get to see them all at once. We'll see. Anyway, that was besides the point. Food that I could do without. Nothing's really coming to mind right now. Mushrooms. They put mushrooms in everything. I knew I didn't like mushrooms, but I thought it was just more I can't stand. I'd rather not eat mushrooms, but they put mushrooms in everything here, and I realized I really don't like mushrooms. Their texture really grosses me out, and I can't eat them. I try, I really do, but it's just too gross. So I usually have to pick around them, which sucks because it makes me look picky. I haven't really fallen into the trap of beauty standards yet. I know it's going to hit me eventually. I thought it was going to get me because like the first 2 weeks of school or 3 weeks of school that I was here, I was wearing makeup every day. Not like a lot, just basic foundation because I don't know how to do makeup. And I was taking care of myself and not that I don't take care of myself, but like really presenting myself because looks are a thing here and very noticeable. But then I quickly got back into my usual habits of I don't really care. And this is how it is. So that's what I did. And that didn't last very long. I'm thinking it'll probably come back eventually once things start to settle down more and I have the ability to put time and effort into it. But right now, I do not care. I care enough of how I look in the professional way because I have to look professional at my job. I can't go in wearing sweatpants or pajama pants. I would get sent home. I don't know if they would fire me over it, but it would be really, really bad if I showed up looking like a bum. So I definitely have to look presentable, but I'm not wearing makeup. And yeah, I'm still doing my best there. What is the thing that is the most like home that surprised you? I was just talking about this with my mom, because I have my weekly video chats with my parents on Sundays mornings, Saturday night for them, and road rage. Driving around with road rage is not uncommon. I guess it's a worldwide thing. I don't know where the calmest drivers are in the world, but it is not in Korea. The bus drivers are insane here. Insane. I know they have a schedule and they have deadlines and they have to be at the bus stops at whatever times they have to be at the bus stops. I wish they said what time they have to be at the bus stops, because the way they are anxiously trying to get to the next bus stop and race car driver their way there, you would think they'd be able to tell you what time the bus is supposed to get there, but they don't. They just, you're supposed to know, sort of thing. So yeah, the bus drivers are on a mission to get to the next bus stop. They wait for a half a second too long, or if someone's inconveniently in the way, the horn is honked and they're yelling. It's to the point, it actually, you know what? It to the point where they the one bus driver, I don't know what the interaction was. The car was in front and then stopped, and he was in the bus area, I think. I don't really know. But it got to the point where the bus pulled up next to the car and opened the bus driver doors, not the driver door, but like the bus doors, and was like trying to, and was yelling at the guy in the car. It was so funny. I mean, not for the bus driver, he was pissed. But road rage is not any different. Maybe less horn honking in individual cars. More quiet, like inside my car yelling stuff. But not not any less road rage, that's for sure. Something else that is like home that surprised me. I can't think of anything right now on that one. I had answers. I wrote down answers for these questions somewhere. I just don't know where they are. Should have been more prepared. Next life update. Yeah. I'll have to think on that one. Give me your high low since you've arrived. High. It's hard to pick one high, just because a lot of things like are a surreal type of high that is never ending, sort of thing. Like, I still really can't believe that I'm doing this. I've been here for 3 months and I still can't believe I'm here doing this right now. So it is still quite shocking that I'm here, and that's a high still. When my students say hi to me on the street, I love that every single time. Going to a PC room, that I love that. And when I found out that was 24 hours, game over. You'll see me there at any point in time now. But yeah, the high is pretty like still surrealness of being here and experiencing things. Busan was a nice high. I really liked Busan. But even just being around in this area and discovering things around here, it is just really like every day's like that kind of a high. And the low would definitely have to be this past week. This past week was rough. I wasn't lonely. I wasn't alone feeling. I just felt the distance of being far away. And I realized that in the 3 months that I've been here, I have not had a hug since I came here. Yeah. My last hug was at the airport. And that sucks. Yeah. And it hit last week. that I haven't had a hug in that long. It did not feel good. And I really just kind of wanted to go to a place to chill and hang out, like with family or a friend back home that I'm comfortable with and everything, just anything. And just, relax. Not that I'm not relaxing here, but a different type of relaxing. So I feel like that would be my low, would just be this past week was just really rough to get through because I was really needing a hug is really what I needed. I just needed a hug. A hug and a good cry. But every time I wanted to go cry, it was on the bus, which doesn't seem very appropriate to just be crying on the bus, or at school, which also is another inappropriate place. Anytime I got home, I was just so exhausted that I basically either couldn't sleep because I'm just stressed or slept and I didn't cry. Yeah. So it was a rough week, but I made it. Hopefully this week's easier. Oh, what's another one? Who's my favorite class? I see so much about them all welcoming you, so thoughtful. That may be a good one. That is a good one. I don't know if I have a favorite class because I do have 4 different schools, but I do have favorite students in each class for some of them. I don't have a favorite student in all my classes yet, but I do have for most of my classes a favorite student. And then I have like a favorite first grader, a favorite second grader, a favorite third grader of middle school. So that's 7th, 8th, 9th grade. I don't really have favorites in my elementary schools, mostly because my Friday elementary school is 6 students, so it's hard to have a favorite because that's it. They're all my favorites. There's one third grader that I can't have any other favorite. She's my only third grader. She's super cute. Same with my Monday. I don't really have favorites with my Monday school. I know there's this one girl at my middle school. I felt like she was such a mean girl, catty, death stare looking at me on Wednesday. And I was so confused. I was like, what did I do to this girl? I was like, what is going on? Why is she looking at me like I did something wrong to her? So yeah, I don't know about that. She's not like my favorite or least favorite student or anything, but it was off-putting that she just put so much energy into giving me the evil eye. She could have just not felt good that day. I don't know. Can't take it personal. The kids. I don't really care. But my main middle school, I definitely have like a favorite first grader. I have a favorite in one of the classes. I don't know about the other one. Second graders, I've got favorites in a couple of those classes. So I definitely have favorite students. They don't know them yet. We'll see how long I can hide out my favorite students. All of my after school kids, they're my favorites. I have 3 first graders and 2 third graders, and all of them are my favorites. Because it's such a small group, so it's really easy to make them my favorites. But as far as favorite class, it's really interesting because they say that second grade in my main school, which my main school is all boys middle school, so it's 7th, 8th, 9th grade. But here it's first, second, third. And they say that second grade is the best class. But I think first grade's better. I don't think second grade's bad. I just think the standard or the criteria of being the best class is different. And yes, second grade is very well behaved and very quiet. But they don't participate. They are too quiet and they're too shy. And not in a bad way. They're just quiet. That's all. And I do have some louder second graders. But for the most part, overall, second grade is the quietest, most well-behaved class in Korean standards. But I much prefer the first graders because they're more interactive and lively. And yeah, they get a little loud and noisy, but they're kids. And but the point in my class is to talk and to have fun and to interact. I can't do that with the second graders because they're all so quiet and they don't interact very well. I mean, they do, just not as well as my first graders. Third graders are ready to get out of there, so they're causing all sorts of chaos and havoc and craziness. It's like senior year in high school. They're a lost cause. Not really. They're still great. I love them all too. It's just it's my first year with them and it's their last year at this school, so they don't really have as much interest as my first graders, where I will be there hopefully for all 3 years for them. That would be cool. I would love that. And third grade is also pretty upset because the last teacher they all loved and he left, so they're, they don't take it out on me, but they're still a little mad. They're upset about it. I think that's all the questions that I had on my post that I created like April 23rd, a month ago. As far as anything else, I don't know. This is a pretty good life update for a live stream. I think I had one person pop up at one point. And I don't know who it was, probably some random person, because they did not stay for very long. But yeah, I think I'll end it here on for now. And maybe I'll get a better list of what I want to talk about, because that was just a brief summary of my experiences and what I've been doing and up to and how I've been adjusting the apartment. Paying the bills monthly has been weird. I haven't got my gas bill. I need to get that checked out because I know I have one. I just haven't gotten one for April. So that one's definitely late. I feel like I have a late fee for that one. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that's good, right? Hour and 20 minutes of nonsense talking. This is just so I can update without having to give Zach Bryan Band something else to edit, because I'm also terrible at that part too. Oh, I got a delivery. Nice. I ordered stuff yesterday. I got some today already. So yeah, I just wanted to make things a little easier, give an update. I know it's probably got a lot more awkward pauses and not as pretty looking, I guess. I don't know. But I just figured I'd just give an update and yeah. Hopefully I hit everything. I'm sure I didn't though. So until the next one, I will try again. I attempted. All right. I don't know how this works. End stream. How do I end this? Do I have to? I think that's the Korean way. Or I give a little heart. Have you guys seen this little heart thing? It's like it's such a cute little heart. I love this. It's such a little heart. It's like, I don't know all the many different ways to give a heart now. There's like all these finger things with hearts. You can do half hearts too. I don't understand that one, but this one's so cute and little. It's just like little teeny heart. Can I do peace signs right now? It's emergency voting time right now in Korea, so I think I'm not supposed to show any numbers. Well, I'm not voting, so it doesn't really matter. I don't have a political stance. But I know that's a thing with idols right now. They're not allowed to show any number 1 or 2s or anything like that, because it could be used as they're going for party number 2, vote for them sort of thing. But yeah, I guess I'll just until next time.